Curtis here, aka the Birddog with Fallen Full Draw. Alright, it is officially day one of my Rutcation, aka my Iron Man hunt. I'm going to be off here for at least 10 days, putting in some time in the woods. Colors have peaked, way up north for sure. The leaves are already mostly down, but colors still look pretty decent here. I am just about, half hour from Red Arrow Lodge, Rutcation County, Wisconsin. So, kind of sounds like things have really been heating up here. Cameras are showing a lot of activity, still a lot of nocturnal stuff and some daytime stuff. So, I'm pretty fired up. I'm going to get some camera stuff set up for my morning hunt tomorrow at Red Arrow. But this afternoon and tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to meet up with my son Chandler, Chan-Man, who's going to become the Can-Man again. That's right, Chan-Man, the Can-Man, coming out of retirement. He's already knocked it out of a beautiful buck. And so he has agreed to shimmy up a tree with a climber and be my cameraman for a couple of months. So I'm going to be hunting in Columbia County, Wisconsin, outside of Portage. And that's where I will be Saturday evening, Sunday evening. So anyway, we'll have some more video of that. We'll get some footage of the area I'm hunting down there in Columbia County as well. But for now, I'm just about half hour from Red Arrow Lodge, and I am going to, as I said, get everything unpacked, set up my camera stuff for tomorrow morning's hunt up here, and then I guess the next 2 nights. So stay tuned, and hopefully we get some action. It sounds like a lot of deer are up on their feet and moving, so it should be good. Pretty pumped. Good luck to everybody out there hunting the buck.
All right, Curtis here, aka the Birddog with Fallen Full Draw. There's Chan-Man, the Can-Man, coming out of retirement. All right, we're heading in right now. I am in Columbia County, just on the outskirts of Portage. So I'm gonna be hunting in a little thing of what you haven't hunted it at all this year, have you? This spot?
Oh, like 3 times.
Okay.
2 or 3
All right. Well, anyway, we haven't been in here for quite some time, so I'm kind of fired up for this hunt. So Chan's going to be running the camera. He'll pick up a little bit more action after we get up in the trees. Stay tuned. Hunting with my son who's in a camera stand over there. He's just around the other side of a tree from me, about 30 yards. We just had a pretty nice buck come walking through, skirted around behind me. I couldn't get a shot. He was in the thickets. Never came closer than about 30 yards. Grunted at him, but he didn't really hear my grunting. I tried some rattling. See if it brings him back around this way to check things out. Anyway. That's where he came from over there. He skirted behind me in the thickets. Anyway, stay tuned. You're watching Fall at Full Draw.
Alrighty, what's up, everyone? There's my dad, Curtis. Range finding. We just got set up here back in Portage, Columbia County. We were out here last night. We saw one nice buck yesterday, about 20 minutes after we got into the stand, and then didn't see too much action after. A couple of does and a small buck chasing him around. But so I was in that tree yesterday, and I decided to make a move a little closer here. Just reopened this grave.
Well, as you can see, there had a little bit of action on day one with a pretty nice buck. He skirted behind me, and I wasn't able to get him to turn around and come back. I'm not even sure if he had actually heard my grunting at him or not, but he kind of had pushed on. Day two, a little bit of action there in the evening, mostly younger, a couple of younger bucks that were continually bumping a couple of does that had no interest. And that's kind of how that hunt ended up. So at this point, we're going to pick up on the action Monday morning. Chandler was back to work, so I lost my cameraman, and I'm back at Red Arrow Lodge there in Marquette County. So we'll pick it up there and take the hunt from there. Top of the morning, everybody. It is November 3rd, 2025. Curtis here, a.k.a. the Birddog. Back at Red Arrow. Excuse me, Marquette County, Wisconsin. I'm hunting out of Red Arrow number 3, which is on my southwest property line area. Had some pretty good action last night hunting with Chandler down there in Portage. Wanted to get in a quick pre-hunt here, but managed to slip in here without busting anything or hearing anything take off running, so that was good. I did have a buck right here in this area at 4:57 this morning. I walked in at 5:33. So there was something in this area not too long before I got in here. But anyway, I'm going to get situated here and set up. So I just want to get this pre-hunt now that it's light out. Stay tuned. You're watching Fall at Full Draw. Hey, what's up, everybody? Birddog here. Curtis with Fall at Full Draw. It is the afternoon of the 3rd. I got down at about 11 o'clock or so. Ran some errands, had to go get some groceries and stuff for the cabin for the next couple days. Anyway, needed a small break anyhow, so I'm back up. It's about 12:30 right now in the afternoon. And I'm going to sit till dark here, so I'm still hunting out of the same spot I was this morning. Here at Red Arrow, so anyway, I'm going to get the rest of my gear up here on the tree. Get situated for the afternoon, but it's been pretty slow here, honestly, for a couple days now, so I don't know if it's the quiet before the storm or what's going on. Mostly nocturnal pictures. Hardly any doe movement here in the mornings, which is extremely unusual, so I'm thinking maybe they're locking down here or latching on and following them everywhere they go. So anyway, you're watching Fall at Full Draw, and hopefully we get a little action here this evening. All right, so before I roll the rest of the footage here, I just wanted to clarify a couple of things here. One, I was working with a new camcorder this year, and it had an external mic option on it, so I was running an external mic. But what I didn't realize is that microphone, while it's plugged into your camera, does not work unless there is a power switch turned on, and also it mutes the microphone that is built into the camera. So there will be some, you'll just see the deer running around a little bit, and then there's no sound to that. Otherwise, there's also no sound to my post shot interview, because I thought it was recording that whole time with audio, and it wasn't as well. So what happens here is a big buck with two younger bucks and a hot doe all come in behind me, and he's fighting off the two younger bucks, and the doe is running for her life, and she takes off to the east. He runs off the two younger bucks to the south, and I kind of lose sight of him, and I'm not sure exactly what happened. And the next thing I know, I hear him directly behind my tree grunt, and then he takes off on a trot, trying to catch up to the doe that took off to the east. And that's kind of where my cameras pick up. I was so caught up in the moment with all the action that was going on, I didn't realize I had not even turned my cameras on. So last second, after I hear him grunt a little bit, I realized my cameras weren't on that whole time. I turned my cameras on. I hear him grunt again. He runs around some pines, and I barely get my D loop knocked just in time and grunt to get him to stop. His head stops behind a tree where I wanted to get one more look at him, but playing it back in my head, I thought, I know he was a tall rack buck. All I had was his vitals that I could see at that point, and I'd take the shot. So just wanted to clarify some of that, but hope you enjoy the rest of the video. After a few minutes, I got down and walked over to where I saw the buck stop for a short while, and that's where I found my first sign of good blood, and decided to go back to the cabin and wait for Chandler to arrive to help me track.
I'm back at the cabin waiting for Chan Man, the Cam Man, my son. He's on his way up here. He's just going to stay the night and then go to work, get up early and go to work tomorrow. But he's going to come up and help me take a look here. I initially thought maybe a little bit forward, but he was quartering. And after I reviewed the footage, it looks like it went in right behind the left shoulder. So I think it went in the left shoulder and maybe came out in front of the right shoulder, maybe. So I'm thinking maybe one lung for sure. There was a lot of bubbles where it was standing in the blood, but there was also some brighter red blood too, so I'm not sure if I maybe clipped an artery or something on the heart as well. It's hard to say, but stay tuned, and we'll see what we can get. Chan Man, the Cam Man. Chan actually came up here from Lodi. He's going to kind of help me go take a look for this right now, so we're just getting ready to go in, get back on that last blood where I decided to just walk back to the cabin. So stay tuned, and we'll get down there, kind of back on the trail, blood trail, and I believe I've got night vision on this camera here, so we should be able to do a little bit of video. So stay tuned, we're getting ready to head on in.
on one of these trails, I would bet. There's more right here, Jan. Pretty good pile of it. Alright, I'm going to turn this camera off for a minute. Looks like he goes this way, Jan, into the pines.
You went this way?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's done.
Where's you find him? Alright.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah. Which one? Either or. Because I can set this down for a second. Alright. Oh yeah. So it looks, yeah, I think the entry for the exit
Yeah.
down there.
That's what it looks like.
Right by the front of the shoulder is what I kind of figured.
I can't believe he went this far.
It's crazy too, yeah.
9?
9-pointer. You're watching Fall at Full Draw. We probably gave it, it's been probably 2.5 hours. I knew it was a quartering shot. I thought maybe we had one lung. It looks like that's what we wound up with. He's got some pretty decent mass to him here, but nothing, nothing crazy. I think we got this one on camera, though.
Yeah, I think that was the one that left.
It's not the one that was like super close like that,
Right.
but it was that other one.
Yeah.
But he was one. He had 2 other bucks and a doe. They were chasing each other, and he was actually kind of fighting off the other bucks and then trying to get the doe at the same time. And then all kinds of chaos broke loose there, and they all kind of split up. And I didn't realize it, but he was right behind my tree. I heard him charge up behind my tree, and then he grunted, and that's when he kind of circled around me, and I had just a split moment to get the shot off. I stopped him just in time. You'll see on my bow cam footage, his head and everything's behind the tree. He just had his vitals showing, so I took the shot. So we're gonna get him out of here and get everything else taken care of. But other than that, buddy, thanks for coming up and helping me out, Chan.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate that. You got to work tomorrow morning, and he's just going to stay at the cabin tonight. But we'll go from there. All right, let's get her on it. All right, everybody, it is the 4th of November, 2025. We got this bad boy out of the woods last night, and field dressed and got him hung up overnight. Chandler, again, thank you for coming up with me, son, but he was down in Lodi, so he drove up here last night to give me a hand with this, so that was awesome. Got up early this morning, had coffee, and off to work he went. So I'm just working on a couple things in there with some video stuff real quick, and then I'm going to run this guy in and to the butcher here and get him taken care of. So I'm not sure if I'm quite done hunting yet as far as being a cameraman anyway. I'm looking to possibly ship up a tree here with a couple of buddies here and maybe get one of their videos, their hunts on video. So we'll see what happens there. And then, of course, we do have the 9-day gun hunt coming up here in Wisconsin. So I'm going to be teaming up with my daughter, Savannah Marlene, on that one, as well as Rob. Opening weekend in Harmony Grove, and then at the Winger Farm there, and then Savannah and I think are going to come on up here to the Red Ear Lodge and finish off the hunt Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So hopefully we'll have some action there too. Stay tuned. You're watching Fall at Full Draw.
You're watching Fall at Full Draw.
Red Arrow Live. Cut! Man, I missed my cameraman. Come on, Chan.